So hello, welcome back to Gumardee's Coins and Banknotes, and today we are talking about the 1919 Australian Threepence coin. Now, this is the smallest coin that Australia issued, and compare it to the current smallest coin that's in circulation in Australia in 2025 is the 5-cent piece, and you can see the size is quite a bit smaller than the 5-cent piece. If you're collecting coins, you need to know roughly how to grade these coins. So this one, I would say, is too much wear. And for these coins, I will grade it by looking at the front of the coin. So the front of the coin has the effigy. You can see it has scratching on it, so someone's cleaned it in the past. It's toned, so the black stuff is reacted with the copper, and it's now part of the coin, so it's going to be hard to get that off. And because we have the crown, so this crown is missing, so if it doesn't have a line there, then I don't class it as very fine. So this one is probably, I would say, because a lot of the detail is missing, would be very good condition. I'll be reluctant to actually grade this as fine. So this is pretty low quality coin. Has a bullion value of about $2.10 in the 3rd of May 2025. But the bullion value does go up based on the Australia-US exchange rate, as well as the bullion value in US dollars. So here we have the effigy with George V, the Gratia, blah 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 blah. And this says India Imperials. So India was part of the UK Commonwealth at the time. Here we have the first coat of arms of Australia. So we have the emu, which we lost 2 wars with. Kangaroo, not too sure what species it is, but it's probably just a generic kangaroo because there's different species around Australia. And the denomination. And here we have a star. So this star represents 1 point for each state, and the 7th point is for all the territories. And have places that we administer. Down here, underneath the date, we have M, and that stands for Melbourne Mint Mark, because this was minted in Melbourne in Advance Australia. Now, there is no unique error for this coin, but with the Renix catalogue, there's actually quite a few die cracks. So die cracks are probably equivalent every year of pre-decimal coins. Earlier currency like this one, it would have occurred a lot more. As the Australian mints, Melbourne and Sydney, improved their minting techniques, they would have tried to eliminate die cracks. So also rotate like that to check for any rotation. And this one is just a space filler. In this condition, it's probably only worth about $5. So here's the specifications on Numistar. We have 1.41 grams, 16 millimeters, quite a small coin, 0.8 millimeters thick, not even 1 millimeter in thickness, 92.5 silver. And the good thing about Numistar is that if you go down, you can see all the mintage figures. And at the start, they didn't really issue that many coins, probably just enough for the population. So that's roughly the population of Australia at the time. And obviously, being that most people would have never got anything off the government, like pension or unemployment benefits or anything like that, they would have had to rely on what they earned or could earn. So poverty was quite high, even though Australia had a high income compared to the rest of the world. So these coins would have been quite valuable, and most of them probably would have circulated. So people just didn't have enough money to actually keep any of these coins. Okay, so you can see the mintage is pretty just standard for whatever around the world. Usually they mint coins. Lowest denomination, probably 2 per person each year. Higher V's, probably about 1 coin per 2 to 3 people. And that's the case here. So we have 3.2 million issued for this year. Quite a lot. Then 9 roaring 20s, when we had a pretty good time. Well, not everyone, most people probably didn't. but the rich had a pretty good time. A lot of coins were minted. Then the 30s, it crashed again. So, if you want to know whatever values there are, here's the all coin values. They have the mintages here, and the obverse is a mechanical effigy of King George V. The reverse, which is coat of arms, is W. Blakemore effigy, and they give you an image of what coins you get. And these values are probably a little bit high for the higher grade coins, but basically very good what I've got. Yeah, they probably sell for about $5. Then you've got all coin values. They also have a different grade. So they have the Sheldon as well as the grades that we use in Australia. Yeah, so my coin, yeah, probably about $4 to $5. So it's pretty similar. Now, or you can go to actually coin shops in which they show you, and they sell different types of coins. So this is KG, JC, gold and silver. Okay, you can also check eBay. So here we have some coins for sale. As you can see, the coin I have, someone is selling it for $30 in a similar grade. These ones look a bit better. This one looks probably extremely fine. Looks like it's got a die crack going around. So that is, yeah, it's die crack on top of Threepence. So that's what you're looking for. And that one's, yeah, probably very fine to extremely fine condition. The toning just masks the actual condition. And here we have a lot of other coins. So how many do we have for sale? We have, it says 3 results, and then we got a lot more. So let's see what. Okay, none sold. So we make it simplified. Get rid of King George. And we'll just see if that works. Okay. Here we have some that sold. Yeah, so pretty much low grade coins sell for about $5. Then you get higher grade coins, which sell for a bit more. And this one, yeah, it's probably EF condition. No, I wouldn't say it's almost uncirculated. Looks too much wear on their actual face as well as here. So, how much did that sell for? Wow, $365. Said uncirculated condition, but I don't think so. Then we have low grade coins. Yeah, so yeah, you can really just pick one up for a good price. Now, what's a good price? Well, it's basically whatever's in your budget. This one's probably the same grade as my one. Probably a little bit too high for that one. Any other good ones that sold? No, a lot of them are actually low grade, so indicating that they circulated pretty well. And that's basically it. I've got nothing else to add to this. So just check on eBay. Ooh, that's a nice coin. I'll say that's uncirculated, but you can only really see what type of coin you have when you have it in your hand. You can analyze it under different aspects. Okay, so that's the 1919 Australian Threepence coin in circulation to 1966, and here we have it compared with an Irish Threepence coin made out of nickel and later copper nickel, so really it's a different type of coin. Also a little bit thicker, a little bit fatter. Looks tasty as well. Thank you and goodbye.